All right, let's go. We all ready?
Yes. Hello, welcome to Pop Along RC. I'm Mark and...
I am Carl, and today it is Tamiya time.
Yes, it is. Can I ask you a question?
Go on then.
Why have you got your t-shirt on backwards?
Because I went online and bought a Tamiya t-shirt, but the logo was on the back, so it's kind of wasted. It just looks like I'm wearing a white t-shirt. So I thought, for you guys, spin it round.
You're silly, man. You know that.
I think it looks cool. They wouldn't have known if you hadn't said anything.
Well, I had to say something because someone would have... Hey, you know how much grief we get sometimes with these videos? People putting in the comments.
Do you know what? My poor soldering iron, the abuse that poor thing's got.
You know what? That's... It's safe to say you're not the solderer of the duo, are you?
No. I don't tend to do the soldering and the technical building stuff because I'm a little bit impatient and I'll bodge anything together. And that's
I can't
why
handle that, man.
you get the nice cars to build.
There are people out there that know far more about this stuff than us.
There are.
Right, and I quite like that.
But we've never claimed to be experts, have we?
No, not at all.
My soldering is not the best soldering in the world. It works, though. It does work. To be fair, though, I think that soldering iron is probably older than most of our viewers.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt there. I think that soldering iron you're using, was it your granddad's?
It's my father-in-law's.
I don't think it's manly enough, that soldering iron. It needs a bit more wattage.
A little bit more wattage. Maybe I need to get a new one.
Yeah, get a new one. You're too busy buying all these...
I'll tell you what, recommend us a new soldering iron and maybe we'll get ourselves one.
Yeah, some people send us things, don't
Some
they?
people do send us things.
Because we need the money to keep the channel going and to buy more Tamiya. Why do you keep buying Tamiya cars?
I do like Tamiya. That's what today's video is about, wasn't it? So, today's video is a Tamiya video. And what are we talking about today, boss?
Well, we're talking about Tamiya cars, aren't we?
Yes.
You see, here's where I stand with it. Now, I'm going to say something very controversial, and I suspect I'm going to upset some people by saying this.
Go on then. Get it off your chest.
Do you want me to get it off my chest?
Get it off your chest.
Tamiya cars are rubbish. I said it. There you go, I said it. Tamiya
You can't say that.
It's true.
You can't. It's not true.
Yes, it is.
I tell you what.
Go on.
I'm going to put my case forward for why Tamiya cars are not rubbish.
Right ahead. Go right ahead.
Out of courtesy, why are they rubbish? Give me one good reason.
All right, one. I can give you about 100, but okay, I'll give you one. All right, to start off with, Tamiya cars seem to fall apart, Carl. They just seem to fall apart.
They don't seem to fall. Okay, then, in a counter argument to that, how many things have you broken on your TTO 1?
All right, fair enough. I haven't actually broken anything on my TTO 1.
Tamiya cars don't fall apart then.
Okay. All right, so hear me out. So, you know, here it is in front of me here, this wonderful hot shot of yours.
Hot shot, yes.
Did you have fun racing that, did you?
Absolutely. Loved driving it, boss.
Okay, you love driving it.
I didn't race it, did I?
You didn't race it, no. Did it fall apart?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? I can still see the tape on it now.
It's still held together with tape.
Yeah.
Because I haven't got round to fixing it.
It's not really a race car.
That is not a race car.
Do you know what, though? I have got a story, and this is one of the reasons I say what I say, right? Years ago.
When you were a little nipper?
When I was a little nipper, I used to do a lot of racing. When I was a boy, I used to do a lot of racing, right? With my dad and my brother and all that, yeah? However, cue the picture. There it is. That's me.
Jubbly.
Curtains and everything. Anyway, the club that we used to race at, right? Every now and again, you'd get new people turn up, which was great, yeah? But the problem is new people wouldn't really know what was a good race car. So back in those days, back in the olden days, and actually, same today, you had the likes of Schumacher, Lossie, or Team Lossie as it was back then. You had Kyosho, right? Team Associated. Those cars were really the cars to race because they...
The old RC10s and the
you know
Cougars
they
and
were
all that sort of stuff.
But people used to turn up with... Because on the high street, we had the wonderful shop, which was BT's back then, and that was your mainstream shop, right? So people used to go there, buy a car, and they used to turn up. Now, when they used to turn up to our race meetings, people used to go, it's got a Tamiya. And we go, it's probably going to break that Tamiya. Go, yeah, probably. And
Do you know
every single, hear me out,
you
every
snob.
single time.
You snob.
Every single time.
You snob.
Do you know what? They used to break so often that the guy who ran the club, in race control, he had a bunch of old bin liners, garbage bags, and he nicknamed them Tamiya bags because after every race, those Tamiyas were getting carried home in a bag. Right? Now, I know that was then.
That was then. But you know what?
Go on.
The plastics that they use today are better than the plastics they used back in the day.
I have to say, I think you're right. Because, hence the reason I haven't actually broken anything on my TTO1. Right?
I haven't
the
broken.
TTO2, though, the dog bones fall out of them, don't they?
They do. However, have you seen this? I don't think you've seen this yet. This here, the Kev Talbot car. Have a look at that.
The Kev Talbot. Oh, the car that beat Kev Talbot.
This is the one that beat Kev Talbot, but
It does look nice.
they're not going to fall out.
No, they are not. Okay.
It's a very nice car
It's a
now.
nice car,
And do you know what? That's another thing I like about the Tamiya cars. They are such a popular car that there are third-party manufacturers that give you the opportunity to upgrade all these beautiful things, and that is a beautiful-looking car.
So, talking about, because that's a truck, really. You're putting that top on it, but it's a truck.
I am going to be putting a truck on.
So you used to have one of the, because the thing is, when you get a TTO1 and you try and compare it against a high end car like a Schumacher or even the SNRC cars carbon fibre and all that.
Yeah,
you can't compare them.
You can't compare because they are entry level shaft driven cars.
But Tamiya used to do, and I think more of late, I think they've got back into it, haven't they? The TRF series.
The TRF range, yeah. However, they've got, is it the TB Evo?
That really expensive thing. However, you used to have a TRF 416, is that right?
I did have the 416.
Yeah, how was that for you then?
Amazing car.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It was amazing. That was...
Yeah. Did it fall apart?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? I remember you racing that. And you were more in the pits with that car than you were racing with it. It was fantastic, but you'd clip a barrier it wouldn't just fall apart. It would explode. It
was like a Formula 1 car. It was high performance, and you can't knock the performance of that car. Unfortunately, it was so lightweight that it was a little bit fragile. Yeah. But then you don't crash Formula 1 cars. They're fragile too.
Well, yeah, is that, I suppose.
That was a performance machine.
I suppose I feel a bit bad giving Tamiya a bit of a hard time there. But I have to be honest, because although back in the day, yeah, they weren't particularly good. And actually, they're a bit sloppy, aren't they? Like, even the TTO1's got a bit of slop in the steering and it's a bit of slop in the rear.
It's character, boss. It's about... The thing is, if everyone's running the same car... Yeah. Because everyone can afford the car because it's affordable racing.
Very true.
How many people have got into racing because of Tamiya? And they've done the TTO racing, they've done the M chassis racing.
Well, actually, to be fair, we got involved with the MO3s first of all, didn't we?
I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for the MO3, you wouldn't have a touring car now.
No, I wouldn't, and we wouldn't be doing this channel. So really, yes, all right, gave Tamiya a bit of a hard time at the beginning of this video, but you know what? I love them.
I think they're brilliant.
I do.
If I look at my best days racing ever. In fact, my best 2 day racing ever. One of them's going to have to be the laugh that I had at Revival. I was just chuckling like a little child.
Yeah, and we're going to be taking this car out. And I've got a little surprise for you. I'm not telling you what that is yet, but carry on.
Okay, so that should be another amazing trip. But the Pop-Along GP as well.
Yes.
It was Tamiya cars.
It was.
Tamiya TTR.
And an iconic.
The iconic was
which
good.
We're going to do shortly.
We're doing that. We're doing that. In fact, this video might come out after that.
Oh, yeah, good point. Do you know what, though? All that said, I absolutely love the TTO1. I've had my best racing, without question. Yeah. I've had my best racing with the TTO1E. It has been amazing. And I think they have changed the plastic over the years because I haven't broken anything on the thing.
No. And we've had a few little ding-dongs. Do you know what? We've travelled the country.
Yeah.
driving those cars.
Oh no, the thing is, we're always looking for like the next best thing. We like the next touring car, next buggy. But when we get these back out again, it just
Something about it.
yeah, something about it. And I know a lot of our, fan base, if you like, subscribers are. Well, we picked them up because of this very car here, right? So, there are a lot of people who obviously love these cars.
Yeah.
So if I offended anyone, I'm sorry. But,
There you go.
It
So,
is, isn't it?
let's start off again by saying hello, welcome to Pop Along RC, and today we're talking about how amazing Tamiya cars are.
Yes.